Hello ActuNautique, live from Portugal and the brand new CatanaGroup factory dedicated to power catamaran, the yacht brand. Let's meet Boris Compagnon, Sales and Marketing Director of CatanaGroup for an announcement. Good afternoon, Boris.
Good afternoon, Nicolas.
Well, we are in Aveiro, the brand new factory of yacht power catamarans, for an announcement, world premiere.
Yes, it's so welcome on the Yacht 41.
Yeah.
Here in the pool, in the test tank.
Yes. You will announce a brand new model, not the model we were waiting for since 2 years. In 2 years at Yacht Power Catamarans we have launched two boats, two models, Power Cats, the 36 behind you, the 41 where we are aboard. And today you announce a brand new yacht
53.
53. We were waiting for the 46 and you announce and you work on the 53. Why this change in the schedule of launches?
Well, you know, one of the strengths of the CatanaGroup is to be flexible and agile. Okay, so you know, market is changing, and our strengths again is our time to market. I remind that within the CatanaGroup and especially with the Bali brand, we have been able to launch 14 models in 10 years. Yeah. So that means that our time to market is always good, and so that's why we have decided in reading the market, because market has changed. If we compare back 2 years ago and now, we have decided to launch the cruising model with the Yacht 53, because this segment of the power cats is, I think, more mature than the outboard sector, which is outboard power cats is more like a niche in the niche, I would say, but it's less popular today than the big power cats. So that's why we have decided to launch the Yacht 53.
When we discover the design of this brand new model, we imagine it. This design was signed by JNJ.
Yes, JNJ. So we have worked with JNJ already on the Yacht 36 and Yacht 41. Yeah. So it was of course natural that we to design this Yacht 53, this inboard boat with them, because it's we have to keep something logical, I would say, in the range, and a kind of harmony also within the brand.
What were the key elements of the initial brief when you work with JNJ to imagine and to conceive this model?
Well, first is the brand is power of fun. Yeah. Okay, so it has to be fun. Yeah. But it has to be of course elegant. We didn't want a boat very beamy compared to other catamarans, because the boat is 1620 long by 725 beam. So we didn't want because of the issue of finding a berth and a slip in Europe, in the Med. So that was one of the requirements to design the boat. We wanted also something different, so we have worked on the layout in order to offer something different to what exists today on the market. And we wanted a boat with good speed, with good autonomy, that could answer to most of the demand of the market. So with also our industrial know-how and our industrial capacity.
A lot of differentiation on the market, because this Yacht 53 offers really distinctive features in terms of client offers. I think about, for example, the saloon.
Yeah, the saloon has been designed differently. We can see that the galley is up front, and the lounge area is at the back. One of the main features of that boat is, of course, the tilting door at the back, which creates a huge open space. This is something that we have designed with the range with Bali sailboats, and we know that it's working well. We have launched more than 1,500 boats today, so it's we know very well the design. But I think that to implement this design on the yacht power cruising boat was interesting. So that was of course one of the requirements. And then at the back, so you have a big lounge area where you spend most of the day
between the cockpit and salon. Yeah,
exactly.
And I think it's very practical to put the galley at the forward section of the interior, because at last, when you have the galley at the aft, it's a problem in terms of circulation aboard.
Well, it's a matter of choice. We much prefer, or we feel much more comfortable with what we propose, of course, with that layout. So yes, the fluidity of circulation is different, and we have imagined this boat with the percentage of time that you spend in this area or there or here or there. So the galley is not where you spend most of your day. It happens few times during the day, but most of the time is you lounge, you read, you have a drink. So you're in the back of the boat and you want to enjoy the cockpit. So that's why we wanted to enlarge the cockpit and to get the cockpit into the inside of the boat.
Yes, and when we look at the cockpit, you have the possibility to change the layout according to the activity in this cockpit.
Exactly. In the aft cockpit, I mean, the U-shape sofas, I mean, can be turned either facing forward, so to have to be connected with the table inside, okay, or facing backwards, because if you lift up the hydraulic platform up to the deck level, then you have a full terrace on the sea.
On the sea, we are telling about the bathing platform. It's a real huge part aboard such a power catamarans.
Yes, this platform. So either it's connected with the main deck. Yeah. So again, it's that makes a wonderful salon and wonderful terrace. Okay. The next level, if you take it down, it's connected to a big storage where you can store like toys, like sea bobs.
It's
or
very
things
practical.
Like this.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, so you don't need to lift them, but I mean, you just load them. Then you take it further down, and then you can have at the same level of the sugar scoops at the back. Yeah. So to connect from one hull to the other without going through the cockpit. And the next level is below the water, so just for to enjoy to enjoy your swim.
What about the tender? Because on the first view, we imagine a tender longer than a classical tender for such a power cat. Yeah, so that was one of the requirements as well. So we were talking about the hydraulic platform. So we have two folding sunbeds at the back, because when you get out of the water, you take you take a quick shower and you want to dry in the sun without putting water in the back of the cockpit. So we have these two folding bags at the back, which are real lounge areas. Okay, and then when it's folded, I mean, we have a crane coming out of the rooftop. Okay, out of the with that crane, I mean, you can lift up the dinghy and put it on the back of the platform. It's directly inspired by super yacht market. Well, yes, we would say we have invented this crane. We have designed this crane, but the system exists on many other boats, and so the best location for that crane is to be hidden into the thickness of the roof. What about the fly bridge? Because it's much more than a fly bridge. It's a rooftop. Yeah. So it's more than a fly bridge, because I mean, you see that at the back of the rooftop there's huge sun pads, sunbeds, so dedicated for lounging or just like getting the sun, and the U-shape lounge area in the middle with the coffee table or dining table just right across the countertop, with barbecue, with ice maker, with fridge and storage, and that type of thing. And of course, up front there is another lounge seating area while you're underway, next to two pilot seats. Yeah. I think it's a great area to enjoy. So of course the surface is quite big, with it's, as you can see, with all the seats and all the cushions around. You can imagine how many people we can fit up there. Yeah. How many different layouts do you offer in terms of cabins? So we offer two layouts, 3 or 4 cabins. Yeah. If we go for 3 cabins, for example, there's 3 levels of cabins. I would say there is the guest cabin with on port side,
two beds that can be combined in one. And so that makes a queen size bed with a dry head, separated shower, okay, huge storage and wardrobe at the back, which gives also another insulation with the engine room.
It's a good idea because usually you are next to the engine room.
Exactly. So that's another insulation with the engine room. And so on starboard we have the VIP cabin, which is like queen size bed, again with a dry head, big shower, lots of storage against the engine room as well to make the insulation. And finally the owner's cabin, which was for us
impressive one.
Yeah, it's impressive because it's a full beam cabin, and the particularity of this cabin. So beside the king size bed, it's the direct access with the front door, with the access to the private owner's terrace on the solid foredeck.
It's quite unique on the market on a 50-footer.
Yeah, I mean this door with the access to the solid foredeck from the master cabin doesn't exist. So it gives a full privacy to the owner. It extends the forward cabin, the master cabin. And so that's really interesting. And of course in the cabin so we have like a desk or makeup table, wardrobe and closet, and then shower and dry head, of course. So the cabin is flooded with lots of light, because you see that there's lots of light around, and then it's very well ventilated with that front door. And then when you go out, the owner has his 2 sun beds and lounges, and of course you can invite.
Well protected on the sides.
Exactly, well protected, which makes backrest as well. So if you want to welcome the guests onto your private terrace, well, this is you can do it.
At last, aboard a 50-footer, you have 3 different social areas, exterior social areas, 4 with the bathing area, and a private one for the owner. It's impressive.
Yeah, we have tried to think about all possibilities, and so we have also heard many comments about our owners. We have our own experience as well of how do you live at sea, and so that's how we came up with the Yacht 53.
What about in terms of engines and capacities of the boat?
So the boat, the light displacement is around 23 tons. We can load 10 tons, which is
10 tons.
So which is quite heavy. There is almost 3,000 liters of fuel. So the boat is designed for a big, huge capacity. Engines is 2 times 440 horsepower, but could be 2 times 550 in option. So we expect like a cruising speed around 16-17 knots, and a top speed above the 22-23 knots.
When will you launch this brand new Yacht 53, Boris?
So the boat will first be presented by fall 26, so next year. So the tooling is already. We are building already the tooling, so but it takes a bit of time, and so that's why. But we wanted to introduce this boat to the market now, because I think it's an interesting alternative to what exists.
To the market offer. And she will be constructed here in Aveiro.
Yes, of course. As you have visited the factory, it's huge and designed to receive big units like this.
Big units. Thank you very much, Boris.
Thank you, Nicolas.